Hey everyone, welcome to the video. Today we'll be trying to look a bit into the 6ER meta and what's going to be coming the next few days. Because right now this account has most of the tech after 6. I think the only major thing it's missing is that building health after Scorchers. But we'll be doing a few hits and taking a look at how bombers are working on the current bases. So right now we're still hovering around 25 or legend, and we're facing people with a bit of the same tech as us, but also a lot lower tech. So this guy here doesn't have shock launchers or rocket launchers, and those are the two biggest threats to bombers. So if they don't have them, well, you can use just a few heavies and not really worry about it. In this specific base, allocating this way with a couple bombers to the right, they deal with the right two ERs, and then heavies and lasers for the left side with Kavan. We also do have defib, and a cool way to use that is just clear mine. So pop one on the right side. Even though we have level 1 rifles, they still clear mines all the same. And the idea with this hit is, again, the bombers deal with the right side, and if you time it right, the lasers, at least most of them, should move towards the left. Now that we have defib, we're mainly using it to clear mines on these kind of hits, especially for lasers, which like to run ahead of the heavies, and if we're not careful, they can just die out. Most people also have that sky shield over there, so whatever building's in the corner, most times you can't shock it. Seen a doom cannon or hot pot there most times. And with most of this compact portion on the top, lasers really help out in just clearing all the buildings. And even though they clear all the buildings, they don't do a ton of damage on the ERs, so that's where the bombers come in and have the extra firepower. Probably should have flared ERs, but I think it's fine. We have a ton of defense on our own, so we don't always have to be fast, but you never know. These guys without a bunch of defense, they could have offense to back it up. Looks like he's not going to finish. Have a really nasty base with max rockets and shock launchers, but we'll check out the next hit. So this guy also doesn't have rocket launchers or shock launchers, and unlike the other hit where that doom cannon was unshockable, he has a hot pot there instead. So we can use RCs, which seem easier. We'll drop that one heavy on the right side and try to time it so some of them go in the far right. Looks like we got a bit lucky there. This guy also had 130 TD, and when you have that much, there's a chance he could be fast, so we should also try to be as quick as possible. Looks like Kavan's dead, but we don't really need him. And the idea with all the RC hits is just grouping them together and making sure all the cannons, boom cannons, are shocked. In this case, once the right cannon dies, we can move everyone a bit to the left. And defib helps a lot in these RC hits, since you can bring back full health heavies wherever you want. Almost like a better version of critters. Because you have fewer of them, and heavies have a lot of health with that 100 TH. We don't have a bunch of GBs, so we just try to flare all the cannons. And once they're done, well, it's just a matter of time how fast you can clear the ERs. And he is taking us down pretty fast, so this might be a close one. There aren't many people who can take down our base. And we'll get at 158. So let's see. He was at 23 too, so could have lost a lot of stars, but looks like we'll get him by a few seconds. And yeah, just a 2-star win. We're in Legend, the difference is always 20, so if we would have lost that, then it would have been minus 18. Had some luck on our side. But we can take a look at what he did. So it looks like he just went 3 heavies and 4 bombers. Also brought a laser on the left side. It looks like a really smart hit, since you always have Kavan bringing back heavies on the left. And then he's just flaring every ER. Hey, it's still a win. Can move on to another hit. So this time we got a 24. Now he has rockets and shock launchers. Also 110 BH, so a bit of a better test to see what the 6ER meta might turn into. Now we might take a safer approach on this base, since he does have a lot of buildings on the left side. So I can start with one heavy and a couple bombers. And the idea with this hit is just clearing the right side, annoying boom cannon, rocket, and then flaring all the way around. So it makes for a really slow time, but if you can clear ERs, then I'd say it's worth it. We shock the critter launcher once, so it doesn't add too many critters. And just have to watch out for Kavan, since as soon as the heavies die, well, he can get shot. So once the SL goes down, we can start flaring. Also use another smoke for that sniper. Luckily that bomber took that boom mine, or Kavan didn't. And we're still missing quite a bit of offense, so I bet this isn't what the whole 6ER meta is going to turn into. We still don't have barrage or GBE or even critters. I think once those stuff come into play, then it could be a lot faster and we don't have to be this safe. We'll send one more flare to group everyone. And the reason we're delaying 2 heavies is we have all of them out right now, then they'll take all that splash damage from flames and mortars, machine guns. So delaying them helps spread out that damage. Here we'll use some defib on the right side, try to get those heavies to clear the shock mines. And I'll be honest, these are painstaking hits, so they may not be for everyone. And as I approach the critter launchers, we can throw a few shocks. Because otherwise, critter launchers can just pin bombers down almost forever. Now that with the new retargeting system, as long as there's critters in the field, if they're closer than other buildings, then the bombers want to retarget. Here we were a bit aggressive, starting to flare ERs. Should have probably cleared a bit more, like maybe get that critter launcher down. But we also had faith in the base, so even if we fizzle out, we should get the win. And killing 4 ERs is better than none, so I'd say it worked out. We're also running a bit low on time, but could have cleared a bit more before flaring. So even with limited offense, we're still getting ERs down. Don't think it'll turn into a full fizzle meta, but we'll see how the next few days go. Looking right now, we're still missing again that building health after Scorchers, and some other offense. So once we get those stuff, I think it'll paint a better picture of what to expect. So we'll probably get that building health next, but we have to decide which way to get it. And initially I was thinking Scorchers, since who wants to pay that penalty tax? But I'm having second thoughts now, since that penalty is only 10%, and it'll probably take minus building damage or building health. But the main reason I'd go through there is, even though you get bullet, which is more expensive, he does open the door for both building health and critters. And critters might be useful, because even though you have defib for clearing mines, well, it's just one ability. Having an extra one wouldn't be bad. But that's how it's looking right now. I'm sure there'll be tons of changes the next few days, and see how the meta evolves. Hopefully it stays a bit more fun. Just time will tell. But that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.